Are you ready to observe your thoughts without judgment? What's that all about? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about and a whole lot more. It's Sunday Inspiration Live.
Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I feel so grateful. When I wake up in the morning, I feel so alive. When I wake up in the morning, I feel the spirit. Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm here to thrive.
All right, singing along with us.
So I wake up every day. Wake up, this is what I say. Wake up, I am so free. Wake up, and I'm free to be me. I'm free to be me. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Good morning, everyone. Wow, what a weekend! What a crazy day.
It's just started.
How do you like our this background here?
I love it.
At the last minute, I'm going. We need something different here. You know, we usually use the ocean for a lot, and I had this photo from Indiana when we were there a few weeks ago, and I quickly searched my hard drive just for the word autumn, and this popped up, and so I thought it looked kind of nice. Yeah. I found another one with like a lot of the leaves on the ground. I think we were a little too early for that.
So.
Yeah, but that's coming. So we'll switch things up.
And it's only in this part of the world, in this hemisphere that we're moving into.
Yeah.
Some are moving into spring.
Ooh,
How exciting is that?
the seasons of our life.
Lovely, yeah.
Good to see you all in the chat there. Yeah, it's a busy weekend. Even though we're not, well, yeah, this is another one where we're not going to do a full 90 minutes because we are going to be heading off to host a potluck,
Party!
a high vibe potluck picnic here in St. Louis. And some of you in the chat are going to be there. We're going to be seeing you in the flesh. For those of you who are either live in or are visiting the St. Louis area, more on that later. But yeah, so yeah, we're going to be talking about observing your thoughts without judgment. This is going to be a really good.
Okay, they can't hear me, babe.
They can't hear you.
No, what's going on?
Is your button on? Are you plugged in? Hang on a second. Did somebody say they can't hear you?
Yeah, Lisa.
Yeah. See, that button has to be up.
Yeah.
It was down again. Oh my gosh, we have got to get that together. We should not
This
have
is a
gotten mics
new-
that had the on and off button. It should just be constantly on.
This is a new thing so there's something. Hey, I thought we were moving out of retrograde.
Let's blame it on Mercury.
Yeah,
or
let's
something
do
like
it.
that. Hey Pooki, would you like to get us? Let's see.
Of course I would. Absolutely, without a doubt. Right? And it's a powerful thing, our hearts, right? Our hearts have the ability to send out these dynamic waves of love, compassion, and healing. Just when you think of someone in a compassionate way, like maybe a relative will come to your mind and you just like send them this little love. You think about them and your heart gets warm. When you send that love, when you have that feeling for them, you're actually sending them this energy, this love, this compassion.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're doing it all the time whenever we bring someone to mind or we have loving thoughts or we're experiencing love. We're amplifying the field of love. But right now, across our beautiful Mother Earth, there's many, many, many who are holding this vision of the unification of the human family, where we come back to realizing that we're all relatives, that we're all related to one another, and that we're beautifully, magnificently different. And in this expansion of love that's happening in the world right now, we're finding out how powerful this love is, because when we actually, with an intention to connect our love together, activating it at the same time with this intention from our hearts, our souls, it amplifies the energy of love that we're actually expressing into the world, right? It kind of compounds it into these magnificent ripples that ripple out into the unknown universe, right? To all that known and unknown in our world. And what it's doing is it's rippling out love. So we really cherish this time when we've all gathered together in this sacred space to be able to connect our hearts together in love and to amplify this field of love, even if it's just for a moment, from each of our hearts to all of our relatives all over the earth, because many are struggling. Many who are not here today are having a really difficult time. They may not even be aware of the fact that we exist, right? But our love, this amplification of our love, can serve them too. And so right now, it's just going to be real simple. I just want you to connect to your heart. I love to put my hands on my heart so that I can feel that beating drum within me given to me by my ancestors. Such gratitude for this beating heart. Yeah, just take a minute to tell your heart that I love you. Thank you. Yeah, for keeping the rhythm of my life moving forward. For vibrating frequencies of love into the world. And right now in this moment, as you have your awareness in your heart space, we become aware of all the others who are gathered together with us in this sacred circle, and their intention too to connect to their heart and to amplify love. And so with this intention, we are all connected. And so we allow this love to connect one to another, bringing greater waves of love and compassion into the world and healing for all those who are in need right now. And that this love is so powerful. Multiplied, multiplied, multiplied. Wow! I don't know if you can feel it. Right? But it kind of like emerged out of my heart as this like little sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And then it just came into this amazing display of light as we were all focusing our attention on our beating hearts and the love that emanates from within us and our divine connection one to another. So let us shower our beautiful Mother Earth with this love and all our relatives, whether they're two-legged or four-legged or creepy crawlies, the waters, the mountains, the rivers, the sky. We just send a blanket of love and we just give an infinite hug to the beautiful Divine Mother, our Earth, the source of all life. We just hug her and hug her and hug her and thank her. And then now let's turn our attention to the cosmos, to the stars, to the sky, to the sun, to the moon, to all beings, all living forms that exist beyond. Know that our love has the ability, yeah, it does, it's powerful, to move that far to the ends of the universe. Just feel that just for a second, 1 second more, because it's so delicious. All right, and then bringing our attention back to our own hearts and just a deep state of gratitude for the constant rhythm of life that beats from within, propelling us forward in our journey as we evolve. Deeper in love and gratitude. And so we say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That we can do this together. Together is so much more powerful than alone.
Indeed.
Wow. That was cosmic.
That was
felt
great.
really great.
I'm going to have to clip that one out and make it its own standalone thing on your channel, Pooki.
Wow, perfect. So beautiful.
Indeed, welcome everyone. Already keeping an eye. If you see me, some of my eyes veer over to the side here. It's not that I'm avoiding eye contact with you. It's because that's where I'm viewing the comments as they come in. And a lot of people are talking, sending prayers to Florida, but also to Cuba and the Carolinas and any of the areas that have been affected by this most recent hurricane. And so, indeed, in fact, some of the folks posting there actually live in Florida. We're glad that you're safe and sound and hope you didn't experience too much damage. We are still planning to go to Florida. We've been talking about it for a number of weeks. We are still looking into 3 of our 4 events, I think, are still solid and in place, but our first stop was actually the Gulf Coast, and there's still some uncertainty about what the situation is there and how that'll affect. So we'll keep you posted. We should know within the next week. It's other thing, just a little tease about. So next Sunday you're going to be out of town again, right, Pookie?
Yes, I am.
So so I'm going to be going solo again next Sunday, but I already know what the theme is.
Oh, he's getting
Yeah,
prepared now.
I was thinking maybe we could do it this week, but just a little bit shy. But but I know we'll be there by next Sunday. We're going to be celebrating 300,000 subscribers to this YouTube channel. It's like several hundred. It's like I don't know. It's like 299, 200 or something.
What?
I didn't want to celebrate before I actually got there, but I should be
What?
beyond it by next Sunday. So yeah.
Wow. Oh, babe, I'm sad that I'm going to miss that. However, what I want to tell all of you is that when I'm not here with you, I'm doing very important work in the world. And so I am traveling this time. I just got back from Serpent Mound Star Knowledge Conference in Ohio. Powerful, powerful gathering of elders and beloved community as we are navigating these times, right, that we're moving into, and a lot of the sacred wisdom of the indigenous people coming forward. And so it's really beautiful, lots of ceremony, lots of prayers. Next week, I will be traveling to Kansas City, Kansas, I think a little south. I'll be attending it's called a Restival. It's like a rejuvenation music festival where
Did you say Restival?
Yeah.
I never heard that term.
I
That's
know, right?
pretty
Isn't that
cool.
awesome? And for the very first time, I'll be holding an elder circle with two of my beloved friends, Roger and Trick Hyduck, and we'll be calling the elders because now is the time. So we're doing an elder circle and kind of beginning to identify, who we are in this emerging world. What are the roles of elders as we move forward? How is it that we can support the youth, the upcoming generation, as they are going to take over leadership of the world, right? And so those are the things that I'll be doing. I will be in ceremony as well. It will be a really beautiful time, and I'm excited to say that my sister is coming from Hawaii, and she'll be here for the first time in 12 years. So that's exciting too. And she used to live in Kansas, so she was excited to be able to visit some of her friends too.
Yeah.
So know that when I'm not here, I'm doing some really powerful work, and sometimes I don't have internet connection or Wi-Fi, and yeah, but I'm loving you.
Well, we miss you, and I usually have.
I know.
I usually have a recording of you either doing what we. Maybe I'll just rerun a thing you just did at the opening this week again.
Yeah.
or something like it, and then I'll have a recording where you have a presence here. Yeah.
Yeah, and so sometimes I get called away to do the work that I do. And what is so beautiful is that Bob is holding this down, absolutely, without a doubt, every Sunday, no matter what, and this is his commitment. And so it's so beautiful. And I feel really honored to be able to even be here with you, to share to share with you. And so it isn't anything that I take for granted to be with you, or the invitation from Bob to come and to shine my love into your life. So I want you to know I deeply appreciate you.
Yeah.
And I sometimes get Spirit calls me to other places, and my agreement was to always say yes when Spirit calls. So that's where I'll be.
That's a good point. Yeah, we. That 300. It still boggles my mind that the channel got to 300,000, and that so many of you, show up here. We got like 100 people simultaneously right now as I speak, who are watching from around the world, including Athens, Greece, where Vasiliki just left a comment there. So
Vasiliki.
It's so awesome. We do not take it for granted. We are so grateful every day. For everything.
We love you, even if we don't know you. We know you, though. It's that knowing that we're all divinely connected, and that you're here with us for a reason.
Well, next on the schedule is a song that you sing. Are you ready to do that, Pookie? Okay. Are you sure? Okay, you need to take a drink? Something? This is a song, I think came maybe earlier this year or maybe late last year. I need to put dates on these things so I can remember when they were actually created.
They have birthdays.
They did have birthdays. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that. Maybe it was late last year that it was formulated. But anyway, this is a song about, something that you used to do years ago in your backyard, right?
Well, it was inspired from a remembering, and I still do this, right? It's like, what are the secrets to staying useful, um, and fully alive. And it's just the recognition and the honoring of that which you've been given. So this is something that we might not think about, the moon and the power of the moon. How I've always believed that the moon heals. I don't believe, it's like,
Yeah, and sunlight gets all the attention, but
I
moonlight is important too, right?
moonlight's so powerful.
All right, here's that
Love it.
song. Here we go.
Memories of moonbeams in the night, dancing my body in the light. Moonbeams casting shadows at my feet. Moving, I surrender, I release. Dancing under the stars in the moonlight, bare feet in the earth is sweet delight. Heart beating to the rhythm of the night, deeply healing me, setting my soul free. Moonbeams glisten in the air, swirling, dancing everywhere, shimmering in the dark of night. Surround me in your healing light, dancing under the stars in the moonlight, bare feet in the earth is sweet delight. Heart beating to the rhythm of the night, deeply healing me, setting my soul free. I receive this healing light, I receive this healing light, I receive this healing light. I receive this healing light, I receive this healing light, I receive this healing light. Moonbeams shining down on me, healing illuminosity. Shadows a tiptoe at my feet, moving, I surrender, I release. Dancing under the stars in the moonlight, bare feet in the earth is sweet delight. Heart beating to the rhythm of the night, deeply healing me, setting my soul free. Ooh, these moonbeams. Ooh, whoa, whoa. These moonbeams. I receive this healing light, I receive this healing light, I receive this healing light. Oh, I receive this healing light, I receive this healing light, I receive this healing light. Oh, moonbeam.
That was a keeper right there. I'm pretty sure that was a keeper. Wow, that was awesome. You feeling a sense of yumminess there?
I hope I've inspired some of you to go and dance in the moonlight.
Dancing
Whew,
inside the
wow.
moon.
I mean, there was a moment where it just all rushed up from my feet up into my head. That's so powerful. Wow. We don't even know who we are, people. I don't even know who I am, right? I mean, I hear it from all of you. You mirror back to me and you speak these things, and yet there's still an aspect of me that doesn't really fully embrace all that I am. And that's all of us, right?
Yeah,
So it's beautiful.
we all do that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. What was I gonna say? If you haven't already, please, we're gonna be checking in on some of the comments here. If you haven't done so already, let us know where you're watching from, and if it's your first or even your second time, or if it's been a while, let us know that. We're gonna celebrate you. I saw some of those comments along those lines already, but we're going to be highlighting some in a moment. But first, this is definitely a community thing. Now we got 108 people watching
Yay!
simultaneously.
108, that's a sacred number.
Oh, is it?
Yay!
It is.
There's 108 beads on a mala, like when you see them praying.
I didn't know.
108 beads. All right, powerful, powerful numbers. 108, that's the number of 9. 9 is a power number. So beautiful.
Well,
Everything is speaking right now. Pay attention, people.
that's right. But we're big on community, and I just want to mention a few. You're all special, but these people in particular, I just want to mention their names, and I'll tell you why in just a moment here. We got Cindy. Oh, Cindy Holte. Holteen, I believe, is in the chat.
She is
right now. Liz, Sandra, Lynn, Judy Carter. I believe Judy is
Judy,
watching
Judy.
as well. We got David, Dharma, Anne Marie, Cheryl. Cheryl's in the chat as well.
Hello, Cheryl.
Sandy is in the chat.
Sandy.
Everett, Katrina, Jennifer, Celine, Christine, Joe Mitchell. He's here.
Whoa, Joe.
Nita, I may have seen her, but Deanne definitely in the chat. We got Alex and Karen and Amy and Susan and Dawn, Nitesh, Sophie, Maria,
Oh my goodness.
Danielle, Anthony. The list goes on and on. Cherie, I believe she might be here too.
Cherie, yes,
Debbie. Who else do we?
Cynthia.
Who else is in the chat here? Cynthia's here.
That's Aliki.
That's right.
Crystal. Samantha, Karen.
Oh my God! So why are we? So these are all people who support us on Patreon. And what is Patreon?
And we kind of know them a little bit more just because of it.
Because we get to meet with them.
We do. We get to have these conversations with them. It's so awesome.
We talked about it before. We try not to harp on it every month, but or every
It's
week.
an invitation.
Yes. So Patreon is a site where people like you can support creators like us with a small, ongoing monthly contribution. For as little as $5 a month, you can become part of the community there. And one of the cool perks to it is that we have monthly Zoom calls. Here's one from a couple of months ago. Look at all those smiling faces.
Even the dog's in there.
And some of those folks are with us here today.
Aren't they beautiful?
Too.
Oh my gosh, look at that outrageous joy.
Yeah, we have a theme of the month, and these are like 90-minute calls that we get to interact with you and get to know you better. So if that speaks to you, we would love to have you come and join us on Patreon, and that's real easy to find. Patreon.com/Bob Baker. Even though it's the both of us, it's under my name. Patreon.com/
It's all perfect.
Bob Baker. However, when you go there, you will see that it's Pooki, Bob Baker, and Pooki Lee are creating affirmations, inspirational spoken word, and guided meditations, and more and stuff. So,
wow.
Yeah. And then about once, anywhere from 2 to 4 times a month, we create something. You get like either a sneak peek, an advanced look at something we're working on, or you get some extra little perks, exclusive
little extra
content.
love.
Yeah. So check that out. We would love that. Now let's check in on some of the comments here. I'm going to be popping in, just trying to catch as many as I can here, and focusing on maybe some new folks, especially if it's your first time. Melody, good to see you.
Hey, Melody.
Morning, global family. She says, Brian here says, "Hi guys, Brian from Pennsylvania. Appreciate what you do. Always happy and loving. Thank you so much, Brian." Cecilia is watching from New York.
Oh, we love New York. We're coming. We're going to come to the East Coast, I promise.
We're looking at maybe a spring kind of thing to make a road trip to the east, upper northeast.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of states up there that I've never been to.
I want to go back to some places from my youth. Because New York, Long Island, those are some of my most cherished memories.
Let's see here. I'm just going to try. Kate says, "Super beautiful, Pooki, about the diameter of the moon. Oh, is 1080, which is that 108 has that in there.
Hey, Kate. I'm so glad you're here. Kate's from the Sacred Fire Circle. That's our Kate.
I know Chelsea has left a couple of messages here. She says, someone said they love my personality and I'm beautiful on YouTube. And I was like, you talking about me? No, the answer is, Chelsea, is thank you. I appreciate that. I accept it.
Oh my gosh, you see me.
Yeah.
Thank you for seeing me.
You know who I am. I really am.
I know, right?
Oh, look, Diana's here for the first time from Kansas.
Kansas! Yay! Kansas in the house. That's wonderful.
You were just talking about about being in Kansas City. Bevelyn's watching from Michigan.
I love Bevelyn.
Oh, check this out. Love Beauty is watching from Singapore.
I love Beauty Integrity. Love hello from Singapore.
Eva, who lives in Florida, loves the songs. Thank you, Eva.
Thank you.
Let's see here. I'm trying to catch some earlier ones. Lisa Shepard says good morning. We saw her on Zoom the other day.
Yeah, Lisa.
Was that just yesterday?
That was just yesterday. I know so many things have happened since then. I know. We've been around the world and back again.
Where does the time go? Choco Diamond says good morning.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Yeah, welcome.
We would have remembered that name.
Yeah, Choco Diamonds.
Gwendolyn, Grand Rising from Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, love Alabama.
See. Cherie reminds us all to remember to like his channel and subscribe, and you could contribute to me getting.
Yeah, the 300,000. That would be awesome.
That's right, Joy. It's a small family of 300,000, a third of a million, close to it. Sandy says dancing barefoot in the moonlight.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, baby, do it.
That resonated with her.
So good.
Brianna says, "Yay, Pooki is back." She's a Pooki. You got a Pooki fan club going there.
I love you guys too.
And Tracy, it's nice of you to say yes, Bob. You hold it down, but of course, we love having Pooki here too. Of course. We've often joked, you come for Bob, you stay for Pooki.
Somebody actually said that one time.
Yeah. Eileen loves the healing song, the Moonbeams song. Continued prayers for all affected by that.
Yes.
Sandy says she's going to be dancing in the stars tonight. We'll be thinking of you.
Oh, wonderful. Pooki. I love that. Yes, dance, my love.
Tika says continued prayers for Florida.
Yes, everyone in Florida.
Let me go a bit down and see any newer comments here. Before to look this. What is that now? I'm 34 to like this broadcast.
She's like the 34th person to do a thumbs up.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Oh, look, there's Candace. We're going to be seeing her at the picnic, whatever you call it.
Today. Oh, yeah. Candace is in the house. That's great.
Yay. We look forward to seeing you.
And look, Sharia's saying.
Saying what?
Yolanda, that's an awesome offer for the RV for Pookie Mine.
We missed that earlier.
That's still going. Oh, my gosh. We're still going to do it. We're still going to do it. In fact, it's probably a good thing that we did not go forward with renting an RV and all that. That would have been a little bit more complicated in our replanning here.
Jessica says she's watching from the Sequoia National Forest.
Oh, you're surrounded by so much beauty.
Sandy, thank you so much. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. I just went to the elder trees and.
Thanks for that super chat contribution. We appreciate that. Sandy, Robin says hi from Ohio. Did we miss something earlier? Michelle says happy birthday, October birthdays. That's actually a really good point. Is that someone celebrating a birthday that we missed? Because we can't catch all of these.
I know, but Mike Fury, I want you to know that Pennsylvania is not boring. You live in a beautiful state, but he's coming from boring Pennsylvania.
Boring? Is that the name of a city? Or
no,
is
the name of a city is. You have to scroll up a little bit, babe, or down. No.
Check out this offer from Yolanda. If you come to New York, you can have our small RV and explore the East Coast.
That'll be a yes. We'll say yes to that, Yolanda.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right, that is amazing.
Thank you so much.
Well, we ran into we've never really done it, so I wanted to kind of give Bob. I mean, I've stayed with people that have had RVs and stuff, but as far as traveling, and so we were wanting to get our feet wet because I've had this crazy dream about traveling the world in an RV,
When she
living
says it
this
like that, it's irresistible.
really
Yeah.
irresistible life
All right.
of joy and
And you
adventure.
and you wanted to
And
make this one
I'm trying to
shorter.
get I'm
Yeah.
trying to get Bob to kind of see what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
We're still working on it.
Well,
We got closer though. We got so much
if
closer.
we can borrow one, yeah. Tabitha from St. Louis says, "Good morning, Tabitha. We're having a picnic today at McDonald Park in St. Anne, noon to 4 p.m. If you're in the area, you can
If
make
you
it.
want to get some high vibes,
You
we'll
wanna-
be singing
it'd be
and
great-
laughing and
Great to meet you. In person. Gopi, is it from
Gopi Krishna.
from Bangalore?
Uh-huh.
Yay. Oh, there's CEO. Good morning. Good vibe tribe. Nice to be together on Sunday. Yeah, good to see you here.
Hi, Theo.
So cool. Samantha says, join the Patreon family so that you can meet at all our monthly uplifting Zoom calls. They are wonderful. Yes, they are. I guess that was last Saturday. No, yesterday was the turbocharge.
Yeah, yesterday was turbocharge, which also started off great. Oh my gosh, we had a powerful session.
Clara says 108 snails sat on Buddha's head to shield him from the sun. That almost sounds like I'm sure that's correct. It almost sounds like a setup to Bob's Comedy Corner, but I know it's not.
No, that's true. Like when you see those curly things all over the Buddha's head.
Oh, okay. There's
those are
108 of them?
snails. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, cool. Cherie says, I love Patreon. It's so wonderful to get to know each other like-minded people.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So now it's time for community photos, and I actually have a few to show here.
Oh, wow, great.
Some you have not seen yet, Pookie.
It's always a surprise. I love surprises.
So Elsa Rose has a nephew, and I believe he's 12. He might be like 11 or 12, and she sent in this photo.
Awesome.
He's reading The Power of Affirmations and Positive Self-Talk, obviously, in the car.
That's incredible.
So that is really cool. And so we appreciate you sending that in and influencing young minds.
Inspiring the youth
With
is so
some-
powerful.
Holly Ann, our friend who lives in Melbourne, Australia, but is now spends time in Dubai and India. She sent this in last week because I said I had no photos, and so she took a photo of herself with me going solo last week. And there's Lisa's comment about Orlando there
Oh,
at the bottom. So Lisa's on here too.
so great. I love that, Holly Ann.
So-
You're so amazing.
So thank you for sending that. So two of our friends. So we had this event back in the middle of July. It was we had a dozen amazing people. Half of them came from out of town, and two of them who are regulars here, who are watching right now, were so just thrilled about their visit to St. Louis that when they heard we were doing this picnic today,
they made such deep connections with the other people in the group.
Yeah.
Right? So they all bonded together in a really beautiful way.
Yeah.
And so
So two of them flew back in from the East Coast.
Can you believe it?
One drove up from southern Missouri, and they met with Cherie, who was rehabilitating from some surgery. And this was a photo they took on Friday. I love that photo. Isn't
I
that
know
great?
it looks great.
Look at them all. They're smiling.
I know. And they all know each other because
They
of
attended,
the affirmations.
and they attended the July weekend event.
Yeah.
And then they referred to each other as sisters. I actually labeled this photo "Four Sisters" because
Yeah.
of the way they
And
Cherie
they love
described
each
it.
other. Oh my gosh. We had dinner with them last night. Cherie, of course, is recovering from some medical challenges. But we had dinner with them last night.
Did you
It was
say
beautiful.
we had dinner with them last night? I wonder if we have any photographic proof. There we go. Oh, that's from after our
There we
dinner.
go. And there's Jacob. Jacob joined.
joined us too. So we got together. Yeah. There was the six of us at a great Mexican restaurant here. Mm-hmm. Had a wonderful time.
Wonderful meal. Great conversation. So much good fun.
And we'll be seeing all of them again
Today.
this afternoon at the picnic.
Picnic, yeah.
So any other new? There's probably a bunch of new comments here. Oh wait, oops. That's right, and Cherie is Lisa's aunt, and so she's Lisa's in Florida. Cherie's here near St. Louis. Crystal says, "Love the pics. You guys look great. Thank you so much." You see the typo there?
No, what?
No, never mind.
I love this laugh out loud. I made it in the show on the show.
You did. in the show and in the picture
Yeah,
there.
you did.
She just
That's
happened to
so great.
snap that right when your comment was showing.
That's great.
Just started this more. Okay,
So,
so yes. Oh, we met Jeffrey Gum and his wife Jackie yesterday.
oh, that was awesome. Wow.
Yeah, they're doing some powerful
They're
stuff.
really doing some incredible stuff. I'm excited for what's going to happen there. You know, that's the whole thing about being in community is that we get to be a witness to others evolving, like they're emerging, right? And like, so for many of you, you know, we've got to share in your journey of you getting free. You know, and sometimes that's why you come here is you're trying to liberate yourself, right? And the affirmations really help you. They can guide you, you know, in how to get rid of some of these thoughts that are guiding your life that you're not aware of. So they're really, really, really powerful stuff. So we had a great first call with the money manifestation challenge. It's really powerful.
Yeah. Just a couple more things, and then we're gonna have to move on so we can get out of here and get off to the setup for the picnic. But Nunez says one of my bucket list goals is to convert a Bluebird bus and travel all over the national parks and state-owned parks as well. So that you have got kind of a similar.
Oh, the national parks and the state parks are the best places to go.
Yeah.
They're the most beautiful for sure. You know.
And then Jessica says, Pookie, next year I'll be working with a camp in the forest, and everyone is invited. Let's camp out with the elders, meaning the trees.
Yeah, I
and
know what
dance
she's
in the
talking about.
moonlight. Yeah, but just in case everybody's not
Yes,
familiar with the
Jessica,
lingo.
let's do it. When I was in Ohio, there was this beautiful music that was coming from the stage, and I'll tell you what, the trees just started dancing, the wind was blowing. It was so beautiful, and I danced for the trees. I just danced for the trees, and I just said hello to all of them, and it was a really powerful experience. So yeah, you know, you can even just go into the forest and just dance to the trees. You don't even need music, right? The birds will sing for you. Right, but it's just like that whole thing of like honoring and respecting, giving gratitude for all that is around us. Right, having the awareness that these are living beings. I know we just look at them as trees.
Right.
They're so much more than trees.
Just want to make you aware that many of you I know I recognize your names are already on this text list that I have for people who are based in the U.S. and Canada. I'm going to pull up this thing here just in case there's some of you watching who are not on it. There have been some changes though with it, and I'm no longer going to be able to send out 3 messages a week for free because they've changed the pricing structure. It's a long story, but you'll at least get 1 message probably on Mondays from me. But if you'd like to get on it and just get some inspiring quotes or affirmations once a week and possibly 3 times a week, just send any text message to that number right there on the screen. If you miss it, it's in the description below this video, but it's 314-742 8339. Just any text message. You'll pretty quickly get an autoresponder where it'll ask you to confirm your information, basic information about who you are, where you are, your birthday. Put that in there because we send birthday greetings on your birthday, and then accept that. Confirm that you want to get text messages from me. So the general list will get pretty soon here. We'll just get 1 a week, probably on Mondays, and then I'm going to figure out a way for people who do want to continue to get 3 a week. Like I'm going to automatically, if you support us on Patreon, you'll automatically be put on that list if you're on the text list, and there'll be some other options. That I'll have for you if you want to get them more often, but I just have no choice. It's just got super tripled the fee when they changed their pricing structure to per message instead of per So
It's all good. We're just navigating, but we'll at least be able to send 1 message out a week, which is really powerful.
exactly, yeah. And
yeah.
if you want more, there's some easy, affordable options to just cover the cost of that. All right, let's. I think we are now ready to talk about our main topic.
Let's do it.
I'm going to set it up, but I'm going to let you kind of dive into this here.
Okay.
And so. A few weeks ago, here I kind of introduced a 3-step process that Pooki and I are going to be basing a lot of the work that we do. We're honing it and fine tuning it as we go, but this is a process that we both have experienced in our own personal growth journey, and all the work that we've done with other people through our various programs. These are the things that are coming to light as being the most impactful for personal transformation. And this 3-step process can be easily defined with 3 words. It's heal, activate, connect. And they come in that order: heal, activate, and connect. A couple weeks ago, we talked about an aspect of healing. Last week, I talked about an aspect of the activate portion of it. This actually falls into the connect category, but it also kind of harkens back to something in the heal category, something that we talked about on our Zoom call yesterday. But in the connect category, there is a connecting with a group of the people who can support you, is connecting with other people, connecting with a wider group of people that you can who can support you in your ideas, the work that you do in the world, whether or selling your product or service. That's kind of that stuff, is connecting with other people. But the first aspect in the connect category is actually connecting with yourself. All right. And part of that is being aware of how you're operating. And this is an aspect of, the healing thing about identify the limiting beliefs, which is what we talked about. But this is a more general observe your thoughts without judgment. So this is part of connecting with yourself instead of operating on autopilot. So Pooki, I'm just going to hand it over to you for a little bit here, and we'll bounce back and forth on this topic.
Yeah. So it's so powerful. So we're talking about liberation here. When you release judgment of yourself, it's probably one of the most challenging things that we come to learn in this lifetime. It's really hard because we already know our own story, so we have a lot of judgment about what we did or what we didn't do, or blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. I tend to look at my life, and I used to judge myself from my life, and I judged myself really harshly, and that's just what we do. And I looked at myself, and it was very defeating to my being. I was not able to really come into my fullness because I had so much judgment about myself. It stopped me from doing anything because I thought I wasn't worthy. I thought that that there was something inherently wrong with me. So I had a lot of judgment, but then as I grew, and I'm 61 years old now, so I'm coming to understand things in a different way. And what I came to understand as I'm looking back on my life, that I didn't do anything wrong. I just made choices and decisions that created outcomes that I wasn't expecting. That's all. There was nothing wrong with it. I just made a choice that created an outcome that I maybe didn't desire. Right? But there was nothing wrong with me for making that choice or whatever. It just wasn't wrong. So I've come to look at everything in my life as a blessing. Like all of those things that used to be my traumas, I've converted them into blessings. I've looked at what is the good that came out of that? What did that do for me? What did I learn from that? What was the gift and all of that? Sometimes it's really hard to see, right, based off of the kind of trauma that you're dealing with. However, there is always something that emerges as a gift to you from that. So once we can get past that state of judging ourselves and just realizing that we're just here on this amazing journey of just discovering who we are, remembering who we are, right? We make these choices sometimes that create outcomes that we're not expecting. So we can release with that knowing, once we know that's true, we can release all judgment to ourselves, right? And this is the power, because when you can so there's a way that I do that. There's a way that I view myself with no judgment. I had an incident the other day with my sister. It triggered me. There were things that were going on with me. I was in the middle of it, right? I was in it. Right? My 3D body, my whole consciousness was in it. And so I was experiencing it, all the emotions, all the feels, all the frustration, all the right? But once I got a moment to just get outside of it, like step outside. So I envisioned my being, my eternal being, moving outside of the body and just kind of sitting behind my head like you would in a bleacher and just observing me and that whole thing. right? Without any judgment. Oh, look at this is what she's doing. Oh, look. Okay. And so what does that mean? What are the thoughts that she's having? And I'm talking about me. What is she thinking? What are the thoughts that she's having? Why is she responding this way? What's triggering her? Right? But there's no judgment around it. When I can do that, then I can actually bring solutions. I can actually see myself in a different way and I can change the outcome. I can make a new choice. So I made a new choice with my sister. I said, okay, I sat with it and I made a new choice with my sister and I offered a new opportunity. And she was like, yes, that's, and perfect, right? But I released myself from that. So this no judgment thing is so powerful because when we judge ourselves, we hold ourselves back. When we think that we're not worthy of having what we desire, that's a huge one, and we hold ourselves back. And I'm going to tell you something here that I want you to drink in deeply. You've already won. You've already won. You've made it. You know that there were like 4 billion cell like sperm, and you were the one that made it down the canal to the egg. That right there, you're a winner. You're already on top of the game. You're already deserving. Just because you did that, just because you were the one that came down the tunnel, right? The channel into the light and emerged in a physical form, right? Do you know how many beings, how many wanted to have this experience, and it was only limited to a few? You made it. Just on that alone, you're a miracle already, right? And so this idea that you have that you're not worthy to have these things, that you don't deserve it, that's all stuff that you've been programmed because you didn't come into the world thinking that. You came into the world as a being. You entered into the light and you came into the world as a perfect, pure being from your pureness, right? There was you had done nothing, right? There was no judgment. You were perfect. You were divine, right? But then things happen and we get these ideas about, we judge ourselves, people judge us, we take that on. All that stuff is after the fact. When you came in, you're a perfect human being. You won the race. You're a miracle. The fact that you're even here in a physical body, just think about that. It's really powerful. And I mean, you can even take it back even further than that. Like that your egg existed in your grandmother. Think about that for a minute. Your egg existed in your grandmother. Yours. Right? And the journey of just that life potential moving through a body into another body. Just the power of that. So you're already a miracle. So all these judgments that you have that you're not worthy or that you don't deserve this, release them. Stand in the knowing of, oh my gosh, new affirmation. I am a miracle. I am a miracle. I am a winner. I won the race. I'm here. This is like winning the lottery. So don't judge yourselves. All judgments came after you came into this world. You were born with no judgment. You were born in absolute divine perfection. That's the state that we want to restore. That's what we want to remember about ourselves, not all this other shit that people have laid on us or whatever. You understand, right? These things that aren't true about us, like that we're not worthy, that we don't deserve that, or we'll never amount, blah, 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 blah. Right? So, all right. I talked for a minute.
That was great. Wow. That was awesome discussion
Whoa.
on judgment and how we negatively judge ourselves. Yeah, I just want to steer it back because my affirmations are that I have prepared here are actually geared for the the title. And so I just want to steer it back to that so that they make sense. And so that is so great. So I want to just focus real quick on the observe your thoughts part of this. So yes, we're all born pure, and it's through life and experiences and what people say to us, all these stimuli over years, decades, we dim our light. And so to work your way out of that, to get back to your pure essence, the authentic version of who you are, which is always has been there. It just needs to be uncovered and reignited. You have to so you have to get out of this autopilot syndrome that you're on. You're operating your life through programs you're not even aware of that have been built up over time. So the way to recalibrate first is to become hyper aware of your thoughts, your feelings, your activities. Why did I choose to do that? Why am I making this decision? What's triggering that? What's the underlying feeling? What's the underlying belief? And so that just takes monitoring your system, monitoring your thoughts, your behaviors, being aware of it. And that's the first step to personal transformation is awareness of how you're responding to the world and how you're showing up. Are you being proactive or reactive? Are you in charge of your thoughts and your life, or letting some other programming dictate that, or other people? But when you start to do this work of being present and observe, you'll find a lot of negative things that aren't serving you, and then that's when you can get judgmental about, oh, I'm a loser. I keep responding this way. So that's why it was important for me to call this "Observe Your Thoughts Without Judgment." So monitor, be aware of what's happening in there, instead of just going through the motions of autopilotness.
We get stuck in them. They're ruts.
But do it without judgment, in a proactive way, that you're going to, like, congratulate yourself. Oh, I'm excited. I now know what's putting on the brakes in my life. I now know what's holding me back. Now I'm going to take the steps to recalibrate by saying affirmations, by exposing myself to positive vibes, to positive music, to positive people. And I'm going to slowly but surely turn those things around. So can you do that without judging yourself and beating yourself up about the things that aren't going at 100%? That's the whole point here.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody made I think it was Jennifer earlier. I just want to, and I can remember, she says, the exact moment as a small child when my light was dimmed, and I've struggled with it off and on. I'm 49 now. I don't know how old you were, but let's just say that you were 7. I'm just gonna. It doesn't matter what the age was, because we can all relate to something along these lines. Let me ask you, at age 49, or whatever age you are, if you're wanting to, I am ready for a shift in my life, I'm ready for some personal transformation, would you turn to a 7-year-old for advice on your life? I mean, maybe you could, because they're playful and creative, maybe at that age. But no, you probably would not trust a 7-year-old to give you advice as an adult. But that's what you're doing if you're letting that experience that you had as a 7-year-old. You're letting a 7-year-old
Dictate, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's time to just let that
Love that 7-year-old.
Yeah, love that 7-year-old. Yeah, and appreciate the 7-year-old. But you don't have to use that version of you,
right,
to dictate what you're doing now, all these years later.
Because when that 7-year-old created that program, or that understanding,
Had that experience.
Experience, they were trying to just make sense of it in the way that they understood, in the languaging that they understood, that they had access to at the time. And sometimes it's very fundamental, like, I'm unlovable, or I'm bad, or very, very fundamental things. Like, these are the concepts that we walk away with in these things. But as we grow up and we mature, we should be able to go back and look at those circumstances again and kind of dissect them and see, what's actually happening here, because we don't understanding the trauma that our parents are experiencing. That's kind of like trickling down to our experience, and we're not aware because we're just small children. But you get this opportunity to kind of look back at it and see it in a whole new different way. So it's always powerful, pay attention to what it is that you're seeing and how you're seeing it, right? Because I like to have this visual is given to me of sitting inside a house. And I'm sitting inside the house, and there's a window in front of me, and when I look out the window, I see this image. Beautiful landscape. All I have to do, though, is turn my direction and look out this window, and I see something totally different. I haven't moved. I've just turned my focus into another direction. Practice with turning your focus into other directions, especially if you run into people that are that like challenge what it is that you're saying. They have a different viewpoint, and they get you, because everybody gets to be here for what they've come here for, right? And they're not all one thing, people. It's everybody gets to have their own truth, right? There's no one truth. There's as many truths as there are individuals walking the earth. It's what's true for ourselves. It's what's true for us, and we're only speaking from that at any time. We're speaking from our own personal truth. And so, you can listen to someone whose personal truth is very different from yours, and we've had a lot of that in the last 2 years, right? Can we sit down and listen to what that person is saying and really be in no judgment and just be in a state of being with them and hear what they're saying and have a new experience of them? Because I've done this. Like when I sat down and I listened to people that were on what appeared to be the opposite side of my view, what I found at the core level was that we all wanted exactly the same thing. We just had different ways of going about getting it. That's it. It was all coming from the same desire. It was just the way up the mountain was just different. So we have to just understand that, and just can you begin to look out of the other windows? Can you take a look out of the window over here or over here or here and see something different without any judgment? That's really where we're moving to. This is mastery, what we're teaching you right now, honest to God. This is the stuff that's really going to catapult your conscious evolution for real. For real.
All right, so we're going to be shifting things up here, Pookie. We're going to move that song to the end instead of the video. And so we're going to do affirmations now.
Okay,
I'm going to do Bob's Comedy Corner.
Let's fast. We don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, but this has been great. Wow.
I know, wow.
This has been like a particularly inspired Sunday.
Wow.
And I can tell by the comments here that it's resonating with people. And now we've got like 126 people, which is like, this is above average. This is awesome. Not that it's all about the numbers, because a lot of people watch the replay as well.
It's not about the numbers. It's about that it is done.
The impact.
If there was only one person here, we would still do this. We just want you to know that. Because it's that important what we do, right? What you do is that important.
Let's do some affirmations. I'm going to cue these up. I'm going to say them. Pookie will repeat them, and you repeat
with
them
enthusiasm.
With enthusiasm. And these were, and well, here you go. It's self-explanatory.
All right.
Here we go. Self-awareness is the first step to transformation.
Self-awareness is the first step to transformation.
I observe my thoughts without judgment.
I observe my thoughts without judgment.
I am now hyper aware of my subconscious programs.
I am now hyper aware of my subconscious programs.
When I recognize negative patterns, I correct them.
When I recognize negative patterns, I correct them.
I am becoming fully activated.
I am becoming fully activated, baby.
Those affirmations were a little bit more technical than usual, but I think they were important stuff. All right, so we got pretty heavy with you right for a little while there, but I think it's time to lighten things up. Don't you?
Are you ready?
Let's shift gears a little bit because
Okay,
I think actually when we laugh, we open up the floodgates of all goodness here. Mm-hmm. So yes, that's right. You guessed it. It's time for It's Bob's Comedy Corner.
I can only imagine what we're going to cover today.
Should do be why. Bob's Comedy Corner. There you go. That's everyone's favorite theme songs. And so here's the deal. On this date in history, in 1949, Annie Leibovitz, American photographer, was born. 1949. So I thought that this would be a great Sunday to do jokes about photographers and photography. And I want to point out something too. So I admittedly, I'm not writing these things from scratch. I go on the internet. I search for one-liners or jokes, puns, whatever about whatever the topic is. And yes, I copy and paste a lot of things that I find these are all like dad jokes. All right, but I will tell you this. I rarely just read them verbatim. I actually go and tweak them. I rewrite them to make the setups a little punchier. To make so I actually there is some of me in this. It's not completely copy and paste because I go, oh no, here's a better way to set that up. Oh, I can make that punchline better by doing this. So there is part of Bob in this. All right. I just wanted to make that clear. There's a bunch of jokes. Rapid fire, Pookie. You ready to be my straight man?
I'm ready, baby.
All right. These are all jokes about photographers and photography.
Okay.
Pookie, what kind of photos do lobsters like to take?
I don't know.
Shelfies.
Okay.
All right. Why was Cinderella so hopeful about her photos?
I don't know, Bob.
You're
Why?
taking too long to set me up there.
I'm actually trying to think.
No, yeah, don't even try.
Okay,
No,
don't.
no. Why was Cinderella so hopeful about her photos? She knew that one day her prince would come.
All right, that's
See, these are jokes about photographers, photography, or pictures,
I
or whatever.
gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Why did the photographer stop pursuing his career?
Oh, you got to tell me, Bob. I have no idea.
He couldn't stay focused.
It would ruin it, for sure.
What did the woman think about her overly chatty photographer friend?
I have no idea, Bob.
She wished someone would shut her up.
That's cute.
We're on a roll now with these. Why did the man taking photos of naked people get arrested?
Oh, I have no idea.
For indecent exposure. What do photographers hang their coats on?
Tell me.
JPEGs. Oh, these are really good. Why was the photographer so afraid of getting a lot of publicity?
I have no idea.
It was going to be too much exposure. How do you know a photographer is extremely frustrated?
How, Bob?
Because they feel like they could snap at any moment. What did the photographer say to his partner when he proposed?
Don't know.
I can really picture us together for a long time. 3 more. Oh, why are farmers so good at resizing photos?
I have no idea.
Because they're really good at crops. Oh my God. What happened to the man who had a history of bad encounters with cameras?
Tell me.
He experienced a lot of flashbacks. And finally, what kind of pictures do bears love most? Polaroids. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your favorite segment,
that's
of
so
course.
silly.
It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. Bob's Comedy Corner.
Too funny. Oh my gosh.
Crystal
Those are
liked
good.
the JPEG
And
one. Yep.
I know, that was funny.
There was some good ones there. All right.
I know you were really cracking up over
I
them.
I particularly enjoyed that. I think we're both more emotionally involved in this. In so many ways.
I know.
Real quickly.
You got Kleenex on your lip, babe.
Oh, do I really? Okay. Oh, yeah. We wouldn't want to do that. Thank you so much. Earlier, I showed a picture of Elsa's nephew reading that book, my book, The Power of Affirmations and Positive Self-Talk. Where in the heck is that? There it is. What's right there? I also have a copy here. That came out, I don't know, a year and a half ago now. It's available on Amazon in 13 countries as a paperback, as an ebook, very affordably priced. Only $10 for the paperback, only like $5 for the ebook. Pretty much wherever books are sold online. There's also a audiobook version on Audible, on Amazon, and wherever audiobooks are. Actually, a limited number of places, but Audible in particular, where a lot of people get their audiobooks. So check that out. But there's also an offer in the. There's a link in the description below. If you're in the U.S. and we're shipping to a U.S. address, we will send you an autographed copy. Pooki would be happy to sign it too, of the paperback version of The Power of Affirmations. If you have a CD player, we'll also throw in a copy of our opening up to the good CD. Many of you in the chat have actually taken us up on that offer because we've signed autographs to many of the folks here.
Yep.
And so if that speaks to you, check out the link down there. Only
They're
20,
not autographs. They're love letters.
They're love letters from us.
Just saying.
And Pooki will sign it too.
I don't give autographs. I don't.
You write love notes, right?
I write love notes.
And so only $25, and that's the total cost, and then we'll ship it to you priority to an address in the U.S. Just want to remind you one more time, if you want to connect with us on a monthly basis on Zoom, you can check out patreon.com /Bob Baker. Let's hang on a second. What am I doing here? Oops. Oh yeah, and there's a Zoom. That's we have monthly Zoom calls. That is a screenshot from a recent one, and you can, if you're And for as little as $5 a month, you can become part of the community there, get some exclusive content, and then those monthly Zoom calls. Go to patreon.com/Bob Baker. Again, if you miss any of these links or whatever, they're in the description below this video. So all sorts of ways that we can connect. So again, we're having a picnic here in St. Louis that we are hosting, and so we're going to go a little bit shorter on this one and wrap it up. We're going to play one more song.
Okay.
While we're playing this song, I want you to post your top takeaway. This was a particularly inspiring topic today. Observe your thoughts without judgment. But it's something that Pooki or I said. What's going to stick with you? What's the principle you're going to activate in your life? Post that. We'll just check in on some of those comments at the end of this song. But we're going to do kind of a happy song here.
Yeah.
Not? We like happy songs.
Oh, I love happy songs.
And
I think all of our songs are happy.
they are. They're definitely upbeat. This one in particular,
Yeah.
though, is
And the ones that are
like-
like don't sound like they're happy, they're actually like healing.
yeah. They're either healing, they're activating, or they're connecting. See? All right. I think I'm ready. Are you?
I am.
Here we go. And we're going to be playing, at the picnic, we're going to be bringing a sound system and the guitar, and we're going to be playing a little music, playing some improv games.
It's gonna be so fun.
And socializing. And
And eating veggie burgers.
I just got to highlight this. CO says, how did Bob make the tissue paper dance? He put a little boogie in it. That's a perfect joke. All right. It's CO's Comedy Corner. And Andy, too, I'm sure. He probably put you up to that.
They're
All right.
so funny. I have a secret I haven't told you. It's my superpower and it's so easy to do. When I walk in the world, it bubbles up inside. And before I know it, my smile I can't hide. When I smile at you, I tell you I love you. I may not even know you, but I know that I love you. And if you smile too, you say that you love me. You say you love me too. My little secret, you now know. Don't be shy, just let your love flow. The best way to start is to open up your heart. Hold your head up high, feel the love inside. When I smile at you, I tell you I love you. I may not even know you, but I know that I love you. And if you smile too, you say that you love me. You say you love me too. I'm smiling on the inside, and before you know it, I'm smiling on the outside. I'm smiling at you. So if you see me smiling, you know what to do. Just open up your heart and say you love me too. When I smile at you, I tell you I love you. I may not even know you, but I know that I love you. Whoa, if you smile too, you say that you love me. You say you love me too. Oh, this love, oh, this love, oh, this love is smiling at you. Oh, this love, oh, this love, oh, oh,
a lot of winners
Isn't
here.
that amazing? I love that though. It's so true, right? So now you know my secret.
It's out of the bag
It's
now.
out of the bag now. You got to go and smile all over and just tell everybody you love them because everybody needs to know that they're loved.
I'm going to go back, starting with the most recent ones, just to highlight some of the takeaways, and then we're going to head off to do a little picnic here and hang out with some cool peeps. Clara says, takeaway, I am a winner. I won the race. Take the lesson from the experience and turn the page.
Baby, you are a winner.
That is good. Crystal says, I wouldn't say that to a 7-year-old. I'm judging myself with my old view. My current view is 100,000.
100,000 better, yes,
better, yeah.
yes.
You wouldn't take advice from that 7-year-old too, necessarily. Joe says, "Sing it, Pookie." Shree, takeaway: dance through life and don't listen to that 7-year-old. I'm a miracle with unique gifts to share.
Yes, you are. You are a miracle.
Carrie says, such a great topic today. So many feel not worthy. I have found my worth and tell people around me every day to know they are worthy. Yay.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
You're a winner.
Once you discover it, or even if let other people know that they
are worthy too.
Cool. Stephanie listens to the affirmations pretty much regularly. Her boys, age 7 and 4, listen to them with me on the way to school, work. They're great. Thank you, Stephanie. Great to hear. CO says, meaning her and Andy's top takeaway is to observe without judgment. Be especially kind to yourself, others, and Mother Earth while having fun along the way. That sums it up, doesn't it? Good job. Candace says, really enjoyed the reminder to look at another window, what other people might be going through that is triggering them, not to judge myself because I'm human. Love others and love myself.
Yeah, beautiful Candace.
That is so cool. We so look forward to seeing you today, Lisa.
And your little baby bump.
That's right. It won't be long. I am a miracle because I exist. Be mindful of my thoughts without judgment. I am abundance.
I am abundance.
Oh,
yes.
Sandy says, I am fully activated.
I love it.
All right. We got Jennifer says, my takeaway is that I have more healing to do in specific areas and that I'm holding myself back by not seeing all the windows. But don't beat yourself up or judge yourself for that at all. You're just acknowledging. You're observing it. Oh,
yeah. Oh my gosh, there are more windows. Wow, I never even looked through them before.
So how awesome. I just discovered this about myself.
Yeah, wow. A whole new world is opening up for me. Yay.
That's something to celebrate, not condemn yourself for.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I just had this realization. I'm one step closer to healing this stuff. Yeah, Jennifer, yes, if we become a Patreon, yes, I'm just going to automatically, as long as you're on the text list, or you can get on the text list if you're a Patreon supporter, you automatically get 3 times a week. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to have some other options for other folks who choose not to do Patreon. And then Jennifer and Jessica, if you don't find each other on Facebook, contact me and I should be able to connect you if you can't find each other on your own, but I won't be today probably. I saw that you were trying to make a connection there. I think we have to go.
We do.
So yes, indeed. Thank you. We love you all so much. This was an amazing Sunday.
I won't see you next week, but you will be in my heart. I will be thinking of you.
And we'll be celebrating. I'll have to find something special to do solo while Pookie's away. Bob's gonna play and celebrate 300,000 subscribers.
Yeah. That's gonna be a great celebration, babe.
Next Sunday.
I'll be dancing and celebrating too.
All right. So we'll see some of you at the picnic. We'll see some of you online throughout the week. And take care. Love you. Be good to yourself. Be good to others.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
You're a miracle.
Bye.